Not only are we going to launch a penguin through the moon at light speed today, but we're going to take one of the pyramids with us. And at $9 per launch, it's going to take a minute. Obviously, we're going to need a Pingu balloon to reduce our weight by 1. And maybe also attach a couple balloons because we just need this thing to lift up. I've also given our coil a little more power. So let's see how this goes. Actually, quite a bit better. That's honestly a huge improvement. And that's fantastic because I'm going to be sitting here for a while, $20. And the more I upgrade my balloon, the lighter things are going to get. So another 2 levels, we've lost 0.8 pounds. That's not really factoring much in. The total weight of us is 3.1 plus 150 pounds. So we're at 153 pounds to launch into space. But I've got time. We just need to get it to float ever so gingerly like that. And then the longer we can float for, the better we're going to do. So I've upgraded both of my balloons. We're going to launch again, and we're just slowly generating wealth too. The more upgrades we buy, the more we can sell them for later. Every launch makes a big difference. $14? Well, we're not making improvements quickly, but we are making them. We're going to trade ourselves out for a slingshot. That's going to have more power. It's going to be more expensive to upgrade also. Okay, so with this, you pull down just the right amount and then you launch yourself. That gave us plenty of speed. That's so much better, $54. So we're going to need a little bit more slingshot and a little bit more balloon power. I don't know how far down we're supposed to go with this, but as long as we hit very high speeds here and bounce around a little bit, we make money. $69. We're already making so much more money than I thought we would be, so this is a very good start. Then after launching one more time, we have a little bit more money, so I'm going to replace one of my balloons with one of these rockets. Probably the DIY because it has more power. Also, we're going to upgrade our crate, that way it can move just slightly faster. At this point, I really just need to take any upgrade I can get because it's going to get us just a little bit higher. Wow, this one actually makes a big difference to the point where I have to steer. The balloon in behind it is not being particularly strong, but it does keep us in the air and safe. $188. So we're going to replace the other balloon with something called a tater reactor. We finally harnessed the limitless power of the potato. It's about time someone realized the obvious. So we're going to launch ourselves again, and hopefully this is a little bit better. We're steering ourselves better. The potato reactor is about to go off. The game is so very laggy with this thing shaking around. And that's really great because not only is this going to take hours, but the lag is going to cause extra hours. But for $265, I'll do literally anything. So I think we're going to get rid of the balloon because it really doesn't make us nearly as light as we'd hoped for. Auxiliary rockets might actually be the way to go. We're going to do a lot of rocket power today. Rockets will get us there. We just need a whole lot of power with them. So we got 3 different things about to go off, so we'll be in the air for a long time. We won't get super fast yet, but we're hauling a pyramid into space. We've hit almost 5,000 altitude before the game really started to lag out. But $375 is good. We're making big increases. Next, we're going to buy the rocket kit as long as it doesn't take away too many of my things over here, and it took away everything I needed. But let's give it a launch or two and see if we can upgrade it to the point where it can have the things we need. Because so far this is good. I think the rocket itself adds some good stuff. It's bigger than it looks. We've already passed 5,000 altitude, so this is a big increase. Apparently these auxiliary rockets, there they are. We might have to activate them ourselves. So even on a really weak run, we got $500 for that. So let's upgrade this a few times. I need more slots to open up. Let's throw some mini helpers in there. I can't remember what they do, but I bet they're good. We have a very small rocket. We have very tiny creatures on a very small rocket. Okay, we're gonna hit all of our boosters at once and just head straight for the sky. It's all about raw speed and power. It is so laggy with this stupid weight, but we hit 10,000 whatevers. $633, so we're breaking records. So the more I upgrade my rocket kit, the faster we can go. We get a little bit more rocket power and a little bit more fuel. So this will be an even, look at the upgrades we're getting. It's even visible there. Okay, I think we actually get a warning when the things are about to break, which is nice of it. So we could have been having better launches this entire time. But that's okay. People aren't actually here to see me succeed. They're just here to see me suffer for hours. But that's the moral of the story. If you want something, you just gotta suffer enough and eventually you'll get it. So rocket kits probably gotta go up. Mini helpers will also get some more of them going. This is also good too because not only do I get to sacrifice my own penguin, but I get to sacrifice these baby penguins as well. Even with an absolute garbage tier launch, we still got over 15,000 feet. That's worth almost $1,000. We are really doing well despite the fact I have no idea what I'm doing. So more rocket kit, more slingshot. Oh, the DIY rocket is back. We've unlocked a new slot. This is starting to look like an actual NASA setup at this point. So we get down when things start quivering a little bit, we'll launch there, off we go. We actually fly really straight too. Okay, there's 10,000 feet already and we're still going. We're slowing down a little bit thanks to my weight. It's not exactly secure, so it kind of wiggles us from side to side. I'm no physicist, but I'm fairly certain the amount of wiggle is probably pretty important to aerodynamics. We're dropping back down, but we got a little over 20,000 and we flew forever. That's worth $1,800. So clearly just upgrading the rocket itself is a good idea. Anything else we can also obviously good. The DIY is fun and wild, and the auxiliary rockets left over, that's at max level. Just need a fairly decent launch. I was looking at the wrong ropes there. We reached 25,000 and we're still going with our DIY rocket that's getting huge. 35,000 feet, that's got to be worth several grand. 3,000, that's excellent for a single. So hopefully if we get this max level, it unlocks more slots, and it did. So we'll throw in some multi-rockets while we're at it and upgrade the mini helpers. The auxiliary rockets can go beyond max level already. Perfection like never seen before, and we'll go straight to the moon. Off we go. We're going to put on all the things right away because we might as well. We're actually doing really well considering we've got 150 pounds of pyramid anchored to us. And the best part is we didn't even bring a spacesuit, so when we get high enough, the penguin will probably just asphyxiate slowly. But what I am learning so far is we should use rockets more because these are working great even with the extra weight. $3,700. Let's see what a max level slingshot looks and feels like, while also spending the rest of our money on multi-rockets and a little bit more on DIY. This feels more like something I would build. Double slingshot. The more rubber bands, the better. I'm also going to save my other jets for now anyway because we kept exceeding top speed, and exceeding top speed is not efficient. But then that gets boring and slow. And if there's one thing I'm known for, it's raw efficiency. It might be better at times to actually have more weight on our rocket. That way the pyramid we're dangling won't jolt us around so much. But we hit 50,000 for $5,000. Alright, slingshot we can trade in for something better. Big Bertha it is. So on this, we need to just keep... Okay, that shoots me out with a lot of power. Got it. I need to keep the cannon upright. Being shot out of a gun did actually help us. We've got 55,000, so we've gone over 10% further. Though we only earned a little bit more, but that's still $5,200. But I think we've outlived our rocket kit, so let's try the Thunderbird one. It's got lots of speed, it's got some weight, it's got lots of slots on it, and if we max upgrade that, it might open up even more. We're gonna lose these rockets, but I'm okay with that for now. Mostly because I'm not really sure what those ones do anyway, like which ones they are, so we'll just have a launch and then we'll feel it out from there. This thing goes fast. And it's definitely a little bit longer and heavier, so the jiggling pyramid below us doesn't have as much effect on our trajectory. But without our extra cannon, we're only going 45,000, so we've got to add some stuff. Luckily we have unlimited penguins to sacrifice, so we can do this as many times as it takes. Let's try a monster engine and a vector. Just because they look like things that would probably belong on whatever it is I'm flying. But we won't know for sure until we emerge from the cannon, out of our natural habitat. Okay, we got it back under control. Good enough. Alright, straight to the moon. Our rocket comes equipped with a bullet-shaped tip. That way when we ram a plane in the sky, we're sure to destroy it. Starting to suspect that this extra weight is working against us. We hit 40,000 only so far. Hopefully these next things are really strong. Okay, the first one at least was. We've cleared 50,000. It takes a while to get here, but I've got time if you do. We at least made $4,500, so that's going to help us out in a big way. Upgrading this is obviously going to be really expensive. If we upgrade that again, we get our other rockets back though, so we just need $5,500. I know just how to get it. We need to launch this idiot into space. $46.69 later, we can upgrade the Thunderbird to max level. And then we're going to put all of our remaining money into the monster engine, which is one upgrade. Some of the cheaper upgrades though can still get a little more. Some of these are really cheap, especially the DIY. Ugly, dangerous, unreliable, but it's cheap and made with love, just like me. Okay, new blast off. We're going plenty past here. Once we start to lose speed, I'll turn on the extra jets. But so far, so good. So it's when our mini helpers break off, that's when things start to slow down. So we need our baby penguins to be upgraded. I've already forgotten what we've upgraded, but we've got 66,000 feet. We're making big strides. So with our money, we'll upgrade our baby penguins from level 4 to level 7. And the DIY is going to hit max level, so now it's got a little gauge on it. That took us 77,000. And that was a big boost to income, $7,300. I think with everything considered, we don't need Big Bertha because we don't have max speed yet. It's mostly on rocket fuel, so if we sell that for the launch pad, it gives us no boost, but it gives us a 1.25 fuel multiplier. And if we upgrade it all the way, that gets a 1.3 fuel multiplier. Tater reactor is going to get upgraded almost to max level. Auxiliary rockets, we're not going to touch. This is also just going to be an easier launch because I don't need to balance a cannon. Okay, we're at full speed already, so we don't need any extra launch power. The fuel is so good now. We're hardly going down. We're already at 60,000 feet. I can't wait to ram this thing right into Jupiter. I forget how high our goal is, but we can never go too far. We're gonna see if we can lap the universe. Got up to 84,000 for $9,000. The longer we stay in the air, the more money we make. I'm gonna upgrade the monster engine that many times because it really is strong. In fact, it's 3 times manlier than rockets. While it, being a rocket itself, almost broke $10,000 for a single run. I think our Tater reactor needs to go. I don't think it's got the power we need anymore. 2.61, not enough for our weight. A torpedo, on the other hand, is 5.5 power. And we can upgrade it all the way to there, and it has 6.2 power. Not sure what happened there. We went a little bit sideways on launch. Whatever the case, more power pushing us upwards. Well, we had a bad start, we still made 10 grand. So let's get our mini helpers all the way up to max level, which we can't quite afford, but they're better, so we're better. I think they give all the rockets a little bit of a boost at first to get us going quicker. The monster engine gets us up to max speed again, so we need something at about that power. The rocket we're using now gets us moving, but very slowly. It's fuel efficient, but we need more power. And that's the vector. So the vector's got to go unless we can get a lot more power out of it. I don't think we're going to get it high enough. So for now, I'm just going to get a monster engine. We're actually going to get a slight refund out of that. Give it a few upgrades. The other monster engine is going to go up as many times as we can once. And these upgrades took us over 100,000 for the first time today. $12,000. We're going up and up and up. So let's get the mini helpers max level to get new hats. The multi-rockets are going to go. They only have 1.5 power. We need better. Steam Booster has 8 power. It weighs a little bit, but for now we're going to upgrade it to there. That should give us the power we need to get us some speed. My baby penguins helped out for a long time. I think now we're under the steam power. Oh, I see how the steam power works. I build up, that's why those things turn red, and then I let it go and it releases some steam, kind of like a bird flapping its wings. 112,000, some new records, $12,500. Since we've hit 100,000, let's change it up and go for raw speed. And as I understand it, the best way to do that is with El Fuego. That increases stage power for a short period, and I like the way that sounds, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade it that many times. And then we start trading things out for Sonic Burst, and we're going to put Sonic Burst everywhere we can, but for now we're going to take all the ones we can max upgrade, which is not any of them. Then before making any more adjustments, let's see how that feels. We hit the ground for a second because we don't have any launch power, but the speed is quick. We're 50% over our max speed essentially. And we're losing a bit of speed here for sure, especially with our penguins having aborted our ship. But that's okay. This is more of a hybrid build, so it's going to do nothing great. The Sonic Burst just kicked off, so that pushed us up to about 70,000. The monster engines are going now, the other engines are going. So we lost a little bit of altitude, but we've got some adjustments to make. So Sonic Burst is going to hit max level. We're going to take the DIY out and do the same thing. It's going into Sonic Bursts. All the way up to that many. Since we're turning into more of a momentum build, we're going to take off the launch pad for now and go to the biggest thing we can afford, which is Big Bertha again. And that'll just help us get further up faster, and then the rockets can take over at that point. Speed there just absolutely redlined, and it absolutely redlined again. We're already at 50,000, so that's much quicker to get up here, and then the rest of the engines can sort of take over a bit. It should be noted that this should be a very fast build without the 150-pound pyramid attached to my base, so with that on, this might not end up being that fast. But we don't have all max level Sonic Bursts yet either. That one's getting close, this one is closer. We're pulling all that weight around too. I feel like a Steam Booster isn't doing anything, it's just adding weight we don't need, so we're just going to sell it. And we're going to put a few more levels into El Fuego just to get max level +2, a little bit more top speed and power increase. One of the things I sort of forgot along the way too is that because we're lifting all this weight, we get double earnings. We go very fast, but yeah, double earnings certainly doesn't hurt anything. And those things push us a long ways up. And then we're onto these little boosters that aren't even enough to lift us at this point, so those need to go too. Let's try adding some dark matter to this, and that's going to reduce our weight by at least something. Then maybe we can go just a little further on the energy we got, even though we're pulling this massive weight with us. Well, we pretty instantly get up to 73,000. That's like 5 seconds, so that's good. We can save up some money this way, while also affording a few upgrades. To show you the difference the weight is making, instead of 150 pounds, we're going to turn it down to 1 pound. Watch how much further we're going to go. Whoa, so once that launches, look at how fast. We're already at 200,000 and we're pointed the wrong way, but you see the difference, how fast this thing goes. And I understand that if you launch like beyond max speed or a certain speed, it won't really read your speed anymore properly. That was still $13,000, but I think if I change it to just the launch pad, which doesn't give us a boost at first, was still only 1 pound. If we take off, we'll wait for the Sonic Burst to go. There we go. We pointed upside down. Now we're going right side up. So we need some shields with the build like this, but easy enough. There's 160,000 and the speed might actually read. That's better, 37,000 per speed because we were going light speed. The shields definitely add some weight, but they're going to protect us from stuff in the sky, which hurts us a lot. So once that goes off, up we go. We should be using a launcher just to make this better, but this is much better. I don't have to do a thing and we're at 500,000 in an instant. Think about all that money. And $80,000, so the earnings have jumped up. So we'll do max level Sonic Burst. El Fuego needs some more levels up so it can go even faster. Then we launch, there we go. The shields are doing their job. We're at 300,000, 400,000, there's 600,000. And that's without a launcher. There is no force propelling us upwards. Max speed 54,000, it's growing. Do we think balloons would actually help? The balloons have a weight of -29, so basically makes this thing weightless. So I'm not actually sure if that's going to make much of a difference. It very well might have. It's a little hard to say. We're going a little off tilt here, but we're okay. We definitely went less far, so balloons aren't helping. So immediately by taking off the balloons and putting a little bit more power on, a little bit more upgrades, we're already over 1 million in no time at all. So that jumped us up to 250,000, max speed 88,000. So that alone is enough to take us from 43 to level 50. These are going to get more and more expensive, but we're going to go more and more fast. The very next run, 120,000 max speed, $320,000. So every level here adds a lot. And we unlocked a 4th slot over here. I didn't even realize we could do that. So we get another Sonic Burst. And once that's max level especially, much further again. And that's fun because even pulling a small 1 pound weight, we go very, very quickly. We burn our shields out quickly, but we're going up fast. 1,750,000. And we still have shield left over. Okay, max speed is almost 200,000, $550,000 earnings. Okay, the very next run took us to 3 million. The max speed alone got us $1.5 million, so this is going to get stupid. So this is the launch with extra weight. Only a pound, but that's still extra weight, so we're at 3 million. There's 4 million and 5 million. The speed this time was worth 1.65 million. The altitude was 1 million. That's $4 million for a single run. El Fuego was maxed out. We definitely need better shields. And a single purchase of my new shield brought it to level 100, so I think that's probably more than enough to hopefully carry us through the entire run. But we'll find out right now. Okay, there's 2.7 million just from that. Now the shields are getting even up as we touch stuff. But yeah, we're clearly getting pretty powerful rockets. Almost 7 million. We still got a ways to go. Max speed apparently slowed down, but I think we're getting to the point where we break it, because we definitely went faster than ever. A few runs later, I've upgraded El Fuego is obviously at 100, but all the Sonic Bursts are also at 100. Our total weight is 204. But a little bit of weight isn't going to stop us because we go that quick. There's 4 million already, there's another 4 million, so I assume every one of these is going to be about 4 million, leaving us at about 16 million in total. And we do that in a few short seconds. I also couldn't help but notice we didn't even touch 2 of our shields. Oh, but we did set a new max speed record of 6 million, so we got 17 million for that run. But now that we got everything maxed out, let's go back to our 150 weight and see what we can do with that. So, okay, we definitely broke a record there. The extra weight definitely affects us, but we made it 2.6 million without any rockets. Okay, I found a way to get even faster. You just add fins, and we can still add 2 more sets of fins, because you can never have too many fins. So if we max upgrade both of those, all the way to there, that's going to give us an extra bonus top speed of 80 each. So 240 extra for those 3. So that means when we go to launch, we are going fast. There's almost 5 million now instead of just under 4 per launch. That one took us all the way up to 7.5 million top speed, $22 million for a single launch. I definitely want to try the Omega Shuttle at this point, given that its top speed is 50 to begin with, plus it has all the slots. So its top speed is actually 500 at max level plus 100, but you can see how this might have some merit. Only one way to find out. Off we go. Nope, not even close to as powerful. We're hardly breaking 1 million, I think probably because of added weight and the drag is pretty big. I've gone back to a rocket setup. Mostly, I just picked the most expensive of everything and upgraded everything to max level plus 100 except this one, because everything's actually that expensive. But we're going to see if we can have a slow build-up of acceleration to go even further, even faster. This is going to take forever, especially if we hit things, but our speed maxes out fairly quickly. So we shouldn't really be able to go much faster than red line to here. I do think we go further because we already hit 1 million and we're like 0.5% of the way through our fuel. So in theory, we could go like 100 million. But I've got to put a shield on. There's no way I could do that without. Then we're going to put as much money as we can into that. So we're at 96 there. Oh, also we could put more into this too to give a fuel multiplier that we probably really need. Okay, off we go. We can also go like that to give us a little more speed when we want it. So we'll just do this for a while. The speed is absolutely in the red line. Our shield is holding up. It took 1 minute and 40 seconds to deplete my shield. We've also got an altitude of 8 million. So we could keep going, but I'm gonna keep bouncing off things and lose all my momentum anyways. But as far as speed was concerned, we were nowhere near as fast. We had 7.5 million before, this was 14,000. But this would be better suited for the weight we initially started with. 150 weight, easy peasy. Straight to the moon at redline. But if we really want to max things out, we just gotta mess with some of these numbers. Like boost power, I don't know, 20? That one did say high power can crash the game, so that's probably going to happen, but you never know. So we're just going to give it a little launch here and test the waters. Okay, that's not bad actually. The speed is really high, but we went 50,000 launching a garbage can. Okay, I adjusted some of the values. We have a sonic burst, so yeah, there we go. The sonic burst took us a little quicker, that one quicker again. I think we're already starting to break records. Max speed is broken, it's just reading 0, so we need to get rid of our launcher, but we made $714 million. Which is enough to upgrade El Fuego and Sonic Burst and the next Sonic Burst all the way up to max. And the best part is we don't need a shield because there are no obstacles, alright? There's 60 million, there's 110 million, and we broke it. The game doesn't go any higher. That's it. There's no more. We hit infinity. Yeah, we really boned things up there. Max speed is lying to us, but we made negative $614 million. So I think we accomplished what we set out to do today.